What's good? What's good? What's good in the hood? And welcome back to another episode of Good in the Hood Interviews. This week we're joined by none other than T Sanders at T Sanders Comedy on Instagram, Atlanta comedian. Literally, we're just talking about how our paths kind of crossed, and it's super cool. And just digging in like down a wormhole of like who you are. You seem very like a very interesting person that I love to talk to and get to know. First off, introduce yourself. I'm saying let people know who you are and what you're about.
T Sanders. I'm a comedian, like you said. I'm residing in Atlanta, but I'm originally from Chicago. So, been out here about a year. Prior to that, I lived in Texas, Indiana, and Boston. Pretty much been anywhere. I'm like a traveling hoe. So, I be out here.
How was Boston? How was Boston? I hear some crazy things about Boston. I hear Boston's kind of.
Massachusetts as a whole is dope. It was a culture shock because I moved there immediately, like from Chicago. So when you go out there, you ain't, Chicago kind of segregated compared to other cities. You know what I mean? Everybody stay in their spaces. Black people, and so forth and so on. But in Massachusetts, I see my first interracial relationship. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
But it was like an Asian woman and a white dude. I said, what is going on out here?
Like, how'd y'all even meet?
Oh my God, it's crazy. And it's hella people from the islands out there. So it was a different vibe. I loved it.
And that's like a cool map, I guess, for a comedian. Like, cause Boston is like a big comedian. Like, that's like the capital almost. Like, you got people like Patrice O'Neal and with Jay Leno and people like that coming from Boston. Bill Burr.
Yeah.
So like,
but one thing that made all those people kind of what made them so cool about being from Massachusetts is they mad rude out there. They mad rude. Massachusetts mad rude. It was something to adapt to. You know what I mean? Because they don't say excuse me out there. From being Chicago Southside. You know what I'm saying? Like you like.
You want to smack them?
Easy. And then their terminology, like their lingo is different. You know what I mean? So like they slang is different, but they slang might coincide with like Chicago slang. You be ready to punch somebody in the eye. For real.
And then them accents are like heavy.
Oh yeah, them accents, you get used to it. You know what I mean? Like now I can't say Oz. Everybody don't know where I'm from anyway. Everybody from the South think I'm from like the East Coast or something. The people from East Coast think I'm from down south, and people from Chicago think I'm from the East Coast. I'm like, yo, I'm from here.
Hey, but you are kind of like, that's like a lot of places to live in, like you said, a short amount of time, right? Like, when did you move from Chicago?
When I was 18.
Okay, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was in Job Corps.
You've been exploring for sure. And,
yeah.
And how was that added to your comedy or to your brand?
Being traveling? Well, you just learn how to be how to adapt to different like diversity. Like you can adjust to anybody, and I think that's a regular personal trait of my own, just a little character trait that I have. I'm able to adapt. I can be myself in front of anybody, you know what I mean? So you just kind of, I don't think we're not all different, you know what I'm saying? We all different, but we have some similarities. So as long as you have an idea of what the human person is who they are, you can do whatever, really.
And in doing research for you a little bit, I saw like a message board where they were talking about how you like took over a 2-hour set and controlled the room like flawlessly. Like, how did you get that kind of courage to get on stage and just kind of freestyle almost, or just like host like the room?
Well, so when I first started comedy, I became a house host at a comedy club, so that taught me how to adjust to like, big ass crowds. Can I curse on here?
Yeah.
Like big ass crowds are like 2 people. So you learn, you know what I'm saying? And then as you go, you start meeting, other comedians, and they tell you, hey, slow down. You're funny. Control your crowd. And all I needed to hear that was once. Because before you trying to get all the jokes out rather than just rolling smooth. So now it's, hey, when I get on stage, I don't care if it's from 5 minutes to an hour or whatever. You on my time.
Yeah. And we were talking about how our paths crossed, like I said, and I actually interviewed both of your sisters before this, and Jordy, go ahead and boom. Jordy Gaines, the one I interviewed last or first, I think. She's the one who reached out and said, "Hey, you should interview my sister T." I was like, "Okay, I'm interested." Like, that sparked my interest. I went to your page, and you're funny as hell, and I kind of wanted. And like, yeah, you're hilarious. I saw your video when you guys did the brush thing. And you guys passed the brush down. He was wild. Yeah, he was wild. That was dope. That was super dope. I kind of want to know how your upbringing kind of like played a part into your comedy. I hear a lot of comedians, you guys go through like, it's always a bad upbringing like leads to comedy. Is that like the case for you? Like, do you have struggles that
you know what I'm saying? We all had struggles, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I ain't have it easy growing up, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, my mom and my dad and both sides of my family, we're all ignorant. So, you know what I mean? Like, but I didn't have, my mom is not shy and my daddy ain't shy. You know what I'm saying? So my mom, she kind of like the loudest woman in the room. She's the party don't start until she get there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then my dad, he got a joke about everything, a story about everything, and he loved like joking about like nasty stuff. So you know what I mean? So he crazy with it. So you put all that together, you got T. Sanders. That's what it is.
Indeed. And like, you also like on your page, you talk about being vegan. Like, how is that lifestyle? Like, how is that like, especially with traveling? The fat vegan. You did. I ain't calling nobody. I ain't calling nobody fat. So like, I'm. Hey,
listen. I'm the one that they say you look like you fry lettuce. Like, that's what I know what I look like. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
No, vegan started about 4 years now. 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And I was about 260. I was 260 pounds. Mind you, I'm only 5'3". So, it was like, it was coming to a point. It was like, either you gonna change something or you gonna die. You know what I mean? And I remember they were telling me that I was pre-diabetic. And so I Googled, because I grew up in a Muslim part of my family. So immunizations was not a thing. After a while, we didn't get shots. We didn't do medication and stuff like that. So I knew I wasn't going to take, like, if I was to get diabetic, I knew I wasn't going to take no, insulin and stuff like that. Yeah. So I Googled how to reverse diabetes without medication. And then I looked into food, and then something about Dr. Sadie came up, you know what I mean? So about alkaline veganism. And then, most of my family on my mom's side are vegan or vegetarian. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to start heading that way. You know what I mean? And I mean, within a year or maybe less, I've transitioned from just cutting out beef and pork, then chicken and turkey, then seafood, then dairy, and then it was a wrap after that. Wow. Like, and you can't go back.
I quit eating beef and pork like 3 years ago, but like chicken and fish, I think I would lose my mind. Especially in Atlanta, lemon pepper wings, I might lose my mind.
Nah, man, I'm like in the inner city of Atlanta at the West End where like Lil Baby and them from. That's what they tell me. I don't know. And but within 2 miles of me, both ways, maybe 10 vegan restaurants.
That's amazing. And they're all black owned, I'm assuming.
Black owned vegan restaurants.
That's amazing. I love that.
Slutty Vegan is literally a 6-minute drive up. You know what I mean?
Georgia's Black Hollywood. Georgia's really Black Hollywood.
Oh, I love it. It's so
man,
black.
It's incredible. That's incredible. And with that, like, of course, I'm on Jordy's accountability squad when she posted on IG. I see you on there.
I've been seeing you, Big Sex.
And you be killing it with the jump ropes, though. I'm talking about me. You be killing the jump rope. I saw yesterday.
I know, that's just a good tape, my nigga. That's just a good tape.
You put in that work.
Earn it back. Yeah. No, it's I seen her do it, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna do it. Like, my sister, shout out to her little ugly ass. I love her. She it was a time where she weighed more than I did. She weighed more than I did. Maybe like a year and a half ago. And I kept calling her fat then. She's still fat. I don't care what she says, she's still fat. You know what I mean? But
that's
I watched her and I was like, yo, it ain't no excuse. So now, just seeing her every day, I'm like, damn, man. Hey,
back at it.
Man, I'm so proud of her. She's doing great.
Yeah, that notification come up on my phone. I'm like, I go to the gym now. She and I'm saying, like, yeah, I feel it. That's exactly how I be feeling. And I don't even know it. Like, I'm saying, that's your family, so I know you feel it for real. How is your fitness journey going?
Well, it just started back. I got sick, not the COVID. I don't think, at least, but I travel a lot. So I got sick coming back from Kansas City about 2 weeks ago. Before then, I was going to the gym every day, and it's just been inconsistent since. But now, you know, I'm on day. I was actually going to make today a rest day, but my girl said no. So I'm on day 4 of like consistent working out, and I'm going to stick with it. My girl works out every day. I see Jordan every day. My other sister, Kelly, she works out every day. So I'm like, all right.
And I tried to get with you last week through this interview, but you had a show Friday, and I saw the post on IG. How was the show? You killed? I'm assuming you killed. And
no, show was dope, man. It was somebody else's.
The bill was all LGBTQ plus. I'm curious, how was that crowd? Was that like a common showcase for you, or is that like one of the first? I never seen the show was all the comics are all LGBTQ plus.
Neither have I. Absolutely not. You know,
that's dope as hell.
Actually, to be honest with you, I don't do many LGBT anythings.
Okay.
And so what's crazy was I was a little out of place. You know what I mean? Because first, I don't have many lesbian friends. I don't have many gay friends. You know, all my people straight. All the women I date are straight. It's a thing. Like, I don't know. It's a problem. You know.
you just converting it. You switching, making them switch teams, man.
I mean, I don't put them.
How you gonna rob us, man? I'm joking with you.
I'm innocent. I'm innocent. Y'all be doing it. They be coming to us all broke and shit. You can have them back. God damn it, shit.
That's fair.
No, it was cool though. It was cool because, you know, my comedy is based around horrible lesbian. That's what they call me. You know what I mean? So you get around a bunch of butch, like you know, dominant ass females. You like, yeah, that's not me, dog. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a lady, dog. Like,
that's what's up. So, like, with that, like, what was it? Were you like a fish out of like were you just out of place? You feel out of place? Would you feel comfortable in that element?
Well, you know, I feel comfortable wherever I am, honestly.
That's right.
But yeah, I would say that because, you know, it's a little different. You don't ever want somebody to think, because I'm so friendly, right? I'm mad friendly. I'm mad touchy. When I talk, I'm like touching you and stuff. And then most of the time, lesbians don't like that. You know what I mean? They don't like you all up on a female. You know, guys don't care. But women, you're a woman on a woman, that's different.
Territorial,
Right, and I feel like I gotta dumb myself down, and I'm like, nah, if I gotta do that, it ain't my crowd. Because I'm gonna hug you, I'm gonna pick you up in the head, and I don't have to know you. I could have just met you. That's just who I am. You know what I mean?
Do you tailor your set differently? That's like your first time doing that kind of crowd. You said, like, you tailor your set differently?
No.
No.
So no, like, I would say I speak on more relatable things, but honestly, after doing my skits and, you know, kind of learning that there's women out there that's like me. There's masculine and women who are comfortable or so comfortable within their skin that they can flirt out loud with a guy and it means nothing. Or, you know what I mean? Like, so when they call me the horrible lesbian, most of my videos and my skits were based on me fantasizing about being with a guy, but not actually doing it. You know what I mean? So, and then, I mean, I had one video go viral, which was the barbershop video. And I had a lot of people come at me like, you know, you're the reason why they don't respect lesbians, or, you know, this and that. And I'm like, oh yeah, you can suck my dick. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what you say. Like, I get mad respect from men. Ain't no man ever overstepped his boundaries with me and stuff like that. And that's how I channel, like, when I'm in front of a group of men, when I'm also, like, when I'm doing stand-up, I know what you see when you see me. You see a masculine female. So you think I'm gonna talk about being gay, but the whole time I'm about to talk about you. I need to break down your defense.
That's
you know what I mean? So
yeah, fuck with that.
Yeah, I love a group of men. I love doing comedy in front of all men. I love it.
That's real. That just shows, like, especially coming what you talking about your father, how your father interacted. I can see how that will probably play into that. Like, you're just comfortable around guy talk, which is, you know what I'm saying, I know a lot of, I'm saying, lesbians in, like, of that ilk as well. So I kind of like, I get it. Like, it makes perfect sense to me. If you had to describe your comedic voice, like, how would you, like, as far as inspirations go, or just like how you are on stage, how would you explain
that? I mean, I really couldn't compare myself to anyone, but I know I'm inspired by, legends like Bernie Mac.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Bernie Mac. I would say one of my favorite comedians, low key, is Jamie Foxx. Like, he's so slept on.
Yes,
he's so slept on.
He is.
Robin Harris, another
more Chicago. Okay, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What's her name? Givens.
I forgot her name now too. I know you talking about though. Yeah. It's an A. It's
another
Chicago. But yeah.
Yeah.
I literally I saw her perform live. I used to security at a bar in Bellwood in Chicago, and she came through. I can't think of her name now. It's annoying me that I can't think of it.
Annette. It's right there on the. No, Annette? It's gonna kill. It's pissing me off. I want to say Adina Givens, but it's not. That's not it. But
Miss Givens. Yes, Miss Givens. No, much respect to you. Absolutely, much respect to you.
Yeah. No, she's I mean, I'm such a freaking lady. Like, I watched when I decided to go into stand up. I watched a lot of hers. Miss Hayes, Thea Vidal. It's just I watched Monique, of course, some more Chicago. Okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? I watched a lot of them.
Original Queens of Comedy.
Cheryl Underwood. I watched all of them, honestly, and and I just kind of watched them, and I was like, they're just unapologetically themselves, and all you can do is tell your story. So that's what I do. I tell my story about how I was just straight 2 seconds ago. Now I'm gay. I talk about that. You know what I mean? I talk about everything I go through.
That's real. Like, that's like the kind of comedy I prefer. Like when a comedian can tell me. Adele Givens. I never would have got that in time, but good job by you, Adele Givens. Shout out to Adele Givens. Loved her.
Could not disrespect it. I could not.
Absolutely couldn't. Yeah, absolutely. That was amazing. My favorite comedy is like when a comedian can tell their story, and like it could be a serious topic. It can be whatever. I can laugh at it. I don't know if you saw mention that, going back to your story about Boston. Like over the last weekend, Bill Burr went on SNL and did a big joke that made everyone. He caused a lot of ruckus with the joke. I was like, I'm kind of interested in like how far do you go as far as controversy goes in your comedy? Is there a line?
Push limits. I don't push limits. It's not total line. I just, you ain't come here to hear me
rip you apart.
Push buttons. You know what I'm saying? Like, you came here to get in my world. When you come to my, I'm not a political comedian. I can crack jokes about it, and it's and bravo, and it's towards their enlightenment and their knowledge level to be able to joke about something like that and still make people laugh. That's a gift. It's an art. Personally, I stay out of it, not because I don't want to piss anybody specific off. It's just, you ain't come here for that. You know what I mean?
True.
And there's different crowds for that. There's people that love political comedy. There's people that love dark comedy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can laugh at all of it. And that's the one thing about us comedians. We're slightly insensitive. A lot. We're extremely insensitive. We're extremely insensitive. There's not anything I can't crack a joke about. Dead people. It don't matter. You know what I mean? Like, it don't bother me.
I feel that. So, like, if you, like, with that being said, it's COVID now. Do you think you could ever see yourself doing one of those virtual comedy shows? Or
I won't say no. I steered away from it though. I did.
The crowd
what
interaction.
I love the most about comedy is just feeling the crowd. I like the energy, the different energies in the room, like seeing the smiles and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I could get on here and do a set, but it's not fulfilling. You know what I mean? But if I deliver laughs no matter what, you know what I'm saying? So if you need that, I'm gonna do it. But is it my personal choice now?
Absolutely. And like of course, going back to your fitness journey a little bit, like when you're on stage, like how much better do you feel now that you've been trying to get healthier?
When you look good, you feel good. You know what I'm saying? So I lost, at one point I had lost like 50 pounds. You know what I mean?
Hey, congratulations.
And I've gained about 20 of them hoes back, but I lost them. You know what I mean? And
you can do it again. You will do it again for sure.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen because I want to look aesthetically pleasing. You add sexy to cute. I mean, sexy and funny. You add them together, that's a dynamic ass duo. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Yes. So that's what I'm working on. But I mean, when you look good, I mean, you on days of the show, you just make sure your hair cut. You hear me? Eyebrows done, earrings in, smell good, outfit popping. You lay that shit out like it's the day before school. You know what I mean? Lay it out and then take a nap and then wake up and shower. Hell yeah. You feeling yourself when you walk in. Period.
Absolutely. Facts. You know, I'm trying to I had to be slim with it too. I'm trying let me change things up from real quick, you know. Definitely my energy going
for
into
yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If you're not doing it for yourself, then you're going to lose motivation quick. You know what I'm saying? And my main issue is like, I love who I am right now. I ain't going to lie. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't where I used to be.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
That's
but
real. And
there is the thing about being stagnant and become complacent. And I don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And a big thing with me and my brand is music. I'm a big music guy. When I'm working out, I need music. When anything I'm doing, I need music playing. I was kind of curious. Like, what's some of your favorite music to work out to? And what's some of your favorite music in general? Like even when you warming up to get on stage or whatever.
Yo. All right, so check it. I love Meg Thee Stallion. All right. That's my future wife. Like she don't.
Do you love her music or do you love her? Like let's separate.
Oh shit, both.
Right. I had to check.
Yeah, I like her music. Give me like lit. Honestly, when I'm working out, like I'm stretching, or I love neo soul, old school neo soul, new school. Her and Music Soul Child, Daniel Caesar, Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, Snow Allegra. I love all that. You know what I mean? So I could vibe to that all day, every day. You know, I can even work out into it because my goal right now is to not speed through stuff. Is to be slow and steady and make sure it fits. So if I'm listening to like fast hood music, I'm gonna speed it up. But so right now, just starting off, my goal is to just keep everything slow and steady. You know what I mean? So I listen to real common music, Maxwell, Raphael Sadiq. You know what I mean? Just whatever.
Okay.
You know.
Tony, I feel it. So like in Atlanta, being in Atlanta scene, like what's your love for the music down there right now? Does that change at all if you adjust to the music down there? Are you a Lil Baby fan now?
Hell. I don't really get down with rap music like that. I love the Baby though. That's my guy. The Baby is cool. The Baby's cool. I like his swag. You know what I mean?
I feel that. Good energy too. Positive energy.
Yeah. I like him. That's it. I can't think of.
I feel it. Hey, I love R&B too. I feel like today's R&B.
I'm from Chicago, though. It's either.
I feel like today's R&B has damn near surpassed today's hip hop. Like it's crazy how that's worked. Because I'm a hip hop guy. In my
Summer
core.
Walker.
Summer Walker. You know what I'm saying? Like Black. You got Black. You got Brent Fires. There's so many R&B. Yeah. That just cooking.
Masego. sir.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And I just got put on to these guys. I just got put on. My sister, my little Jordy, she put me on to these people. I was like, who are these people? All right, I rock with
it. Yeah, it's some smoke out here for sure. And I don't want to hold you too much longer. You can tell the people where they can find you. You can just promote yourself as much as you want to right now. This is your time to shine.
All right, no doubt. So hey, thank you so much for having me, dog. Y'all can find me on Instagram, T Sanders Comedy, TEE Sanders Comedy. On Facebook, you can find me at T Sanders, TEE Sanders. On POF, you can't find me, so don't go looking. Blackpeoplemeet.com. Potentially, I might be there. YouTube, my YouTube is T Sanders Comedy, TEE Sanders Comedy. I'll be dropping some more skits here soon, getting back to my whole horrible lesbian skits and everything. So if you ain't seen them, definitely go check them out on my YouTube or Facebook or all social media platforms. I ain't really on Twitter yet. I mean, I got one, but not really.
You're not active?
Yeah, no, I don't like to text much. So that just remind me of constant texting. So I'm not really about that life. But yeah, Facebook and Instagram where y'all can find me.
No TikTok? You ain't fucking TikTok?
Oh yeah, I got TikTok. Yeah, man. I'm learning that stuff too. See, I'm getting older, so I be like uninterested.
I'm right with you. I can't do TikTok at all.
Uninterested.
I watched TikTok.
I had one go viral though.
Oh, you did?
I had one viral TikTok. Yeah, recently. Y'all can find TEE Sanders Comedy on TikTok too.
For sure.
I need to do better on that.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. I help you out. You know what I'm saying? That's what the interviewer has to do. And I appreciate you coming on. I'm going to be looking out for you. I'm excited to see, you know what I'm saying, your brand continue to grow. It's dope having more comedians come from Chicago. You know, I'm a big fan of Lil Rel, Hannibal Buress, so I'm definitely going to be checking out for T. Sanders. Hope you still up in Chicago, not Atlanta, though.
Listen, I shout out Chicago to the day I die.
That's what I'm talking about.
As long as I don't die in Chicago, shit. Cool.
Amen to that one.
Listen, for real.
For real. Hey, T, thank you again. It's a pleasure having you. If you ever want, do anything else in the future, I'm here for sure. I would love to share my platform with you or be on your platform.
Hey, give thanks, man. I appreciate you. Blessings to you.
Absolutely. Same to you. Have a great one.